Hello, this is Eddy speaking. I used to be a specialist of yen money market derivatives at various major foreign investment banks and security houses until March 2008, and I was called Mr. Shoten. Tom Hayes and Roger Darling in UBS and Jimmy Tan in RBS. They are my old rivals in yen money market derivatives. Right now, some of them are arrested, and some of them are under investigation by US federal prosecutors. The traders who made the LIBOR manipulation are vicious, but the Japanese banks and their banking system, which have made the yen money market the most incomprehensible in the world, have been obtaining enormous profit through loan mortgages. I believe they are further vicious than the trader who manipulated LIBOR. I published a book only in Japanese on 20th February 2013. The title of my book is The Manipulation of the LIBOR Fixing and The Doubt Over the Artificial TIBOR Fixing. The subtitle is The Darkness Hidden in the Yen Short-Term Money Market is Revealed. The main subject of this book is The Doubt Over the Artificial TIBOR Fixing. Do you know the reason why the BOJ's monetary easing has been ineffective to the Japanese economy after Lehman shock? The answer of this question is related to the doubt over the artificial TIBOR fixing. At this moment, this is just a doubt, but I believe this is the one very close to the truth. First of all, please take a look at the graph which indicate 3 months TIBOR-LIBOR spread from 1997 to 2012. The index of both TIBOR and yen-LIBOR is Euro-Yen. Historically, TIBOR spread appears to move around flat level excluding 3 exceptions. First exception was called Japan Premium, which lasted from end 1997 to the beginning of 1999. This is caused by credit concerns against Japanese banks. Second exception was called Y2K problem, and it happened in the end of 1999. Because of the concerns about the worldwide computer problem. Third exception was called subprime lending problem and Lehman shock, which lasted from 2007 to the beginning of 2009. After first quarter of 2009, the global financial market has been stabilized. However, the TIBOR spread has been very wide, and this incomprehensible market has been lasted for almost 4 years. And this is apparently caused by TIBOR fixing, which is much higher than the real market. Can you guess what has caused this wide TIBOR spread for almost 4 years? Now, I'd like you to take a look at the two data. One of them is the analysis report of Japanese banking sector made by JP Morgan. The relation of mortgage loan and TIBOR is written on that report, and I picked up some of the important items. 1. Floating rate used for 95% of new mortgage loan applied for the last 2 years. 2. Ratio of the floating rate is over 70% in total of mortgage loan in Japan. 3. New mortgage loan applied annually, for example in MUFG, is about 1.4 trillion yen. 4. 3 and 6 months TIBOR used for floating rate of mortgage loan in Japan. Another data indicate the shape of the yield curve in TIBOR and yen LIBOR, and you can see how TIBOR fixing is different from yen LIBOR fixing. This data is as of 27th November 2012, but the shape of the yield curve is not the pinpoint. I mean, this shape of the yield curve has been lasting for almost 4 years since early 2009. Surprisingly, you can see 3 months and 6 months TIBOR fixing sector, which are used for the floating side of mortgage loan, are artificially and unusually high. And then, TIBOR fixing after 6 months became artificially and unusually very flat. Using those two data combined, we can calculate the additional profit by the artificially high TIBOR fixing in terms of mortgage loan in Japan. The number of this profit is only made by mortgage loan in MUFG, and TIBOR is used as the floating index of the loan to small and medium-sized company in Japan. Therefore, I believe the total of the additional profit by the Japanese banking company, including small local banks after first quarter 2009, is close to 1 trillion yen or even more. Where do you think this profit came from? This profit came from the shorter arrow on the graph, and this money should have been taken by the people who has mortgage loan in Japan, not by the Japanese banks. This money has been made by BOJ's strong monetary easing, and the Japanese banks have stolen all the money from the people who has mortgage loan in Japan. And considering the current BOJ's strongest monetary easing historically, 3 months TIBOR should have been coming down to the historical lowest level, and in that case, the money stolen by Japanese banks would be much bigger. That is, the reason why BOJ's monetary easing doesn't work into Japanese economy is not because of the shortage of BOJ's monetary easing, but because all the wealth made by BOJ's strong monetary easing has been monopolized by Japanese banks. Prime Minister in Japan, Mr. Abe, tried to give the strong pressure on BOJ and try BOJ to make the additional monetary easing. But as I mentioned before, BOJ has made the sufficient easing already. And what Mr. Abe should do now is to make the radical, crucial reform of the Japanese banking system. The trader who manipulated LIBOR are sued for the criminal case. What sanctions are imposed to the Japanese banks and their banking system, which have made the organized manipulation with the nature of cartel?